If you've been stuck for a while in the same situation, chances are that you're not addressing the root cause of your problems. Let's get to it. Hey, I'm Leon Castillo, founder of Self-Mastery. We're a high-performance training company that helps entrepreneurs scale their businesses by solving their silent bottleneck, their own performance. We transform the unproductive, overwhelming, and focused entrepreneurs into laser-focused business athletes that can achieve in one day what they previously achieved in 1 week. Today I want to talk about one of the biggest problems that I see in entrepreneurship these days, especially with those entrepreneurs that are new to the game, and it's not addressing the real cause of their problems. In order to drive this point home, I want to make an analogy. Imagine that for whatever reason you happen to be on a boat that has a hole and there's water coming into the ship. The natural reaction, the automatic reaction that you have is to grab a bucket and start throwing water overboard. But as you and I know, that's not going to fix the issue. Unless you fix the hole and prevent more water from coming in, you're always going to be running behind the problem. And this can only lead to overwhelm and exhaustion and eventually sinking in the long term. And this is something that is easy to understand, but it is not so easy to identify this when it happens in our professional life, especially when we are building a business in which we're always running behind schedule. There's just too many things happening at the same time, and it's very easy to mistake the forest for the trees. And this is so important because, as we have been discussing in this channel for over a year at this point, one of the #1 things you need to focus on is leverage. It's the most important thing that you can do at each moment to get where you want to get. But not understanding what is the real cause of those problems, it's the best way of wasting time, energy, and resources on what doesn't need to be done. And why does this happen? Essentially because of 2 reasons. And before we get deep into those reasons, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Not only so we can help more people and this video can reach more people, but also because it is the right thing to do. Now, cause #1, when you are fixing a symptom, it just feels more urgent. You're more prone to solving what's urgent in detriment of what's actually important. So it's very easy to convince oneself that the business we live in is actually motivated because we're solving important problems, but oftentimes that's not the case. They're just more urgent. And reason #2 is that solving symptoms is also faster. It is easier. So we're more naturally drawn towards solving problems, even if we are addressing the wrong root cause. And for example, a good example at this point will be, imagine that you're dealing with a problem that takes away 10 minutes of your day every single day. And you know that fixing this issue will take you 10 hours. Well, most people will just pay the cost of working on this recurring problem for 10 minutes every day. But 10 minutes every day over the course of a year adds up to 60 hours. So you're much better off solving the root cause, really diving deep into the problem and making sure that problem doesn't happen again, because you will going to be saving 50 hours over the course of a year. And this is hard to see from the get-go, but you need to train yourself to understand if there's thing you're tolerating, as we discussed in one of the videos in this channel, we're going to link it somewhere here, that will give you back time and energy if well addressed. Another example of this would be, let's say that you hire someone that for whatever role in your company, and you need to go over this person's work because the work is just not good enough, and you keep convincing yourself that his performance is going to improve over time if you keep putting in the time, but after a few months you just realize that there's just not going to happen. He is not on the level of performance that that person like to be, and you fire that person. The moment you fire that person, then you gain back time, you gain back your attention, and you stop tolerating a symptom of a deeper problem, which is the lack of performance, the lack of skill of this person. So this video is really to make you think, if you keep stuck because you are not addressing the root cause of your problems. Maybe you're stuck because you keep spinning your wheels trying to fix what's just a manifestation, a symptom of something much deeper. See you in the next video.